Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, March 19. March is more than halfway through. That's crazy. For some reason, I probably say this all the time, but for some reason, this month just has flown by, probably because so many things going on it. Don't mind me, I'm just opening chocolates because I'm going to have a chocolate project later. So you can find me every Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. On my Facebook business page here at facebook.com/Dazzled by Stamping. Or you can find me any other time on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. I also, in case you're watching this later, I also upload my my live videos to YouTube, so you could be watching me there. So if you want to see me live in person while I'm doing things, so you can ask questions in the middle of stuff, come find me on Facebook. I refresh my screen so that I can see things. It's being slow, of course. Good morning, Dot. How are you and Carson this morning? Is he hanging with us, or is he watching a video or playing, or what's going on with him? Very slow computer. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Marlene. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Dina. Thanks. I'm glad to be back. I need a drink already. I changed my water bottle. I needed one that I didn't have to hand wash all the time. I do not like hand washing. Okay, I think I'm on here now. I gotta scroll just a second. You'll have my attention in a minute. It seems frozen. My whole computer's frozen. You can see me, but I can't see. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for joining me. Come on, unfreeze. Hello. There, okay. Now it's unfrozen. Now I'm too far. All right. Hi, Carson. Thanks for watching with me. Watching with Grandma. Does he call you Grandma? I don't remember. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining me. So I had so much fun last week. Yes. Thank you, Dina. I had so much fun last week. We had such a fun crew. We were hanging out. Two of us were from Michigan, or I guess you could also say, or instead say, two were from Wisconsin, because my team member, she spends some, I love it. Hi. She spends part of her year in Michigan and part of her year in Wisconsin. So anyway, so we're from Wisconsin and Vermont and Michigan, and then also we met up with my friend Lisa Marie. Hi, Terry. Thank you. She is from Florida. So, and we saw all sorts of people. I love it. It's funny. You forget how many people you actually know. You may not hang out with them, but you always have to grab a hug or whatever. It was just a good time. Got to see new product. It's amazing. I love the new catalog. They sort of went back to, hi, Jennifer. They sort of went back to some of the designs that we prefer as far as organization goes and stuff like that. And it's just cool product. You know I love new product. Anyway, it was just so much fun. So, my favorite thing is always the people. And I was going to, for those of you, well, if you're watching me right now, you're on Facebook, but I was going to send an email yesterday with some of the pictures that I had of people and stuff like that. I had done that one day, and while I was gone, and my phone versus computer is just being really annoying right now, and it took too much time to try to figure out. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for joining me. So anyway, it was just, hi, Lisa. I haven't seen you in forever. I mean, on here, you've said hi a couple times. I just mean for real. in real life. So I don't know what to share about OnStage, but it's just an amazing time to reconnect with friends and, of course, seeing new product and getting new inspiration or refreshed inspiration or that sort of thing. It's amazing. And it's always fun seeing Sarah on stage. And I got to hug her this time because I got to walk the stage for my career sales that I hit this past year. I couldn't remember when it was, so I didn't know if I was walking or not, but that's always a fun thing. So we got to see the new in colors. So something I'll tell you right now, one of the colors that we have coming, well, should I tell you the names? I don't think I told you guys the names. I only did that to my team. Okay, let's see if I can remember them all. Hi, Rachel. There's Cloud Cover, which I have something. Oops, my thumb's up. So I'm giving myself a thumb up. Sorry. There's Cloud Cover, which I have to mention something about that. Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, which is an in color that they actually brought back. We had that several years ago. Darling Duckling, and what's the fifth one? Oh, Timid Tiger. They were fun to play with. We got to play with them at, did we have it for, I don't think we had it for our make and takes, but we had it, hi Carlin, we had it for if you could pay for an extra stamping experience at night on Friday night. That was a long day. Oh my goodness. You know I'm not a morning person, or you should by now. And yeah, we had to be up early so I could get in the shower because I can't do it without a shower. And just fortunately we were very close to the convention center, but just wasn't as big as the one at Houston. We were much closer than the Houston, and it wasn't as big as the Houston one, but still just walking. But anyway, so we got to stamp that night and got a new stamp set. Actually, we got a few new stamp sets because Prize Patrol, you get something, and they happen to be stamp sets this time. I don't think they always are. And there's Prize Patrol. There was there was a giveaway for our make and takes. And then if you bought the stamping experience for Friday night, you got a whole bundle of products. So it was really fun. So anyway, about Cloud Cover. It is I think of it like bordering blue, but I've seen somebody picture it and it's not as close as what I think. That's obviously a really old color, but it's a really light smoky blue. And unfortunately, when they started to go stamp samples for things, the blue was looking gray instead of blue. And so it's not going to be ready for either our, hi Donna, it's not going to, hi Jamie, I missed you. It's not going to be ready for even our pre-order and probably not for the catalog launch. And so I'm hoping it doesn't end up like Purple Posy did. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we never got the ink back and during the whole life of that color. So the cardstock's cool. I like that. And it goes well with, it's called Secret Sea. Everybody's been loving that one. It's a really deep, it's like depending on how you look at it, it's like a blue or gray or black, like really, really deep. Anyway, it's cool. Okay, so if you have specific questions, you'll have to ask me. Right now, I'm going to switch to the randomizer. I have 2 cards over there just waiting to be given away. And I remembered to load up my randomizer last night. Can you show us? You can show us, can't you? New things you got? Yes. So I can't show you, and they're not near me. Maybe, I don't like to do it too soon because you guys can't get it. I know I loved Purple Posy too. You guys can't get it, so I don't like showing stuff so soon and then be like, but I can't get it. So I cannot show you the inside of the catalog until the catalog goes live, which is May 6th, I believe. But I can show you any product that I have in my hands. I can show you pictures of products that I took, like at the thing I was always sad about not getting. Yep. So I can show you stuff, but it has to be, like, I can't show you a page in the catalog like I do sometimes, like, here it is on page such and such. I can't do that until May 6th. So what I show you that I'm playing with, I can do. So team is different. You can come to team things and you can see it in person, and maybe I'll be, because you guys can pre-order like I can, or like I could. I already got, my order's going to be here Friday. I just saw that. I thought it hadn't shipped yet, but it shipped Monday. Okay, I'm starting the randomizer. Oh, it was funny. I was watching Tournament of Champions. Marcia Hill, is she on? I don't think she's on right now. Marcia is my first winner from 2 weeks ago. And I need to start again. So I was watching Tournament of Champions, which is where I got the idea of the randomizer. And somebody who was about to compete, that he was going to roll the randomizer, and she said it's just me and Rando against each other. Or Randa, I think she might have said. Rachel, you're my second winner. Yay, congratulations. Rachel Markin. Okay, so done with the randomizer for today. Okay, so congratulations to my winners. And so I decided to take it easy on myself, and it's a good thing that I did. So if you've been to club this month, you've seen the projects that I'm going to show you, but maybe you need a refresher. I happen to have one each of my projects left when I was done with clubs, and so that's what I'm showing for my projects today. So it's a good thing. Man, I always forget how tired I am after traveling, especially like on stage. It's just something. I was just dragging Sunday and Monday, and well, it didn't help Sunday. I had a 4 a.m. lift scheduled to take me to the airport because my, anyway. But even Monday, I was still just struggling. Yesterday was better. Today, I'm feeling pretty normal, but I'm still working on my taxes, and I need to get that done. I need to get it done. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to show you anything before I put you down. I'm just going to put it down and show you. Oh, I almost went to old style. I can't on backwards you and upside down you and whatever. I just have to put you down and you have to watch. So I haven't checked it in a while, but I'm going to assume maybe I checked it when I was on stage. I don't remember, but I can't. You just have to watch me upside down. Okay, so this is adorable designer. Is this right side up for you? Can you tell me quick? Because it's looking upside down for me. That's upside down. Yeah, that's right side up, right? This is the way I have to show you, correct? Now I'm gonna get a flood of yeses. Anyway, this is okay, all good. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is called, I'm going to show you this quick, but I've shown it in the past, so you'll just have to look it up. It's an online exclusive, and it's called Cute as Can Be Designer Paper. So we've had these exact designs before last year, this time of year, but that was yellow and, it was red and purple. I can't talk. Let me try this again. It was red and yellow rather than purple and yellow. I don't know if you can tell this or not, but this is Petunia Pop. love this color so much. So there's also, it's available in scrapbooking kits. That's what it's sized for in the online exclusives. Excuse me. So I'm using this designer paper, and I'm making a sour cream container. When I first said that at one of my clubs, somebody's picturing like sour cream in a plastic tub. Thanks, Jamie. So I'm making a sour cream container, and I haven't made one of these in forever. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right spot in my camera. It is brilliant. Okay. So what I want to do is on the back of this is, I cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. So basically what you would use as a card front on your card. And hairs everywhere. I'm going to put adhesive on 3 sides. When we used to do this, we needed our crimping tool to be able to crimp the end of it. But I feel like, because what I'm aiming to do is stick adhesive onto adhesive, and that will help it stay closed. Okay, so you can't see it. That's what I am picturing now. What? Sorry. All right, I'll show you. I don't even know if they make these anymore. Where I remember them from is from Wendy's, when you would order a potato there, and you got sour cream and chive potato. So I have adhesive 1, 2, 3 sides, and on this side where there's no adhesive, I'm going to flip it over and put it on the front side, the side that we want to see. Okay? So the first step that we have to do is we roll it up into a toilet paper roll. Somebody told me, I forgot who told me this. Somebody told me that they saw somebody actually make it from an actual toilet paper roll. And my first thought was, that's a good idea. And then she went on to say, I wouldn't want to eat anything out of it if it truly was from toilet paper. Okay, sounds good. Bye, Jamie. Okay, so I have my toilet paper roll here. So I have adhesive stuck on adhesive, because there was adhesive on the opposite side of this, and then on the other side of the one it was going to go onto. So it's stuck together. Hi, Kathy. I went and bought chocolate, but I did not go to I didn't go to Meyer or whatever. I went to the dollar store. So we have Dove milk chocolates today. So I'm going to do one end. So one end we're going to flatten down. So I have the adhesive stuck onto the adhesive. And we're going to put our chocolates in here. 1, 2. A lint one will fit in here. The lint chocolate ball will fit in here too. I'm trying to figure out the best way that they'll fit in here. I didn't try this. I just knew it would fit. Oh, yay. Okay, so I have the one end is flat. I have my chocolates inside. Now I do a 90-degree turn, and I flatten it again. So you have this 3D, really simple. This makes an awesome party favor. Really simple. Sorry, it was milk chocolate, Dina. I guess you don't want this this on the randomizer. So really easy party favor. And I'm gonna add one more thing. I'm gonna add ribbon to this. And Jennifer, I'm not gonna try to slow this down to show you, because this is really thin ribbon, and I don't do well with really thin ribbon. So I'm just going to do a knot on here, and I'm trying to just make sure that it's tight enough to stay. All right. We have 1, 2. So we have our cute little, I'm not allowed to eat, so I'll take chocolate, any chocolate I can get. So here it is. Just a really simple party favor. You could make it bigger if you wanted to give a big, like if you have a big enough piece, you can like put a bigger treat in here, or a bigger, like for some reason I talked about, or I remember talking about like a tiny stuffed animal or something like that. So like if you started with a full sheet of cardstock or a full sheet of 12 by 12 designer paper or something. I don't think that it has to be oblong, but that's what I always end up using. Okay, so done with that one. It's so easy, so you could easily make it. Okay, so my next project I'm using, this is the, oh, I forgot the name of it. Just a second. I feel like I've used it before, but I don't know. Floral and gingham vellum. So, paper toilet roll, candy, and confetti. Quick Easter treat. Exactly. Oh, and that reminds me, when you say quick Easter treat, I've seen this before where somebody makes these with orange cardstock. I feel like it would, you really do need the crimping on the end then if you're doing cardstock, because it's going to try to pull away more because it's too sturdy. So hopefully you still have your crimping tool, but maybe you have orange or Calypso? No, not Calypso Coral. Yeah, is that our color? Calypso Coral? Yeah. Calypso Coral designer paper. You could make this orange and make like make green tassels or something so it looks like a carrot. That would be a cute Easter thing. More treats would be nice. Yeah, so you'd like me to make a much bigger one, right, Marlene? Put the whole bag of chocolates in there. Okay, so floral and gingham vellum. And it's from the, I don't know the name of the suite. This is the name of the stamp set, though. Delightful Wishes. So the wishing you, I'm sure there's wishes in the name of the suite. So this is the stamp set that I'm going to use. And this, I actually cased this idea from another demonstrator. I got a swap that was similar to this. I changed a couple of the colors, but it's from Carrie Blake. And it's pretty simple, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so typically with vellum, can you see that it's see-through? Typically with vellum, you see the filled carrots for Easter, exactly. Like you could put in the pastel M&Ms or something like that. Usually you can see your adhesive through these. And so you don't want to use much adhesive, but mostly what we're going to be putting on here is going to, it will cover up where I'm going to put adhesive. So I'm just going to show you. I'm struggling with talking and concentrating today. All right, so I have 3 strips here, so I'm just going to put 3 strips right in the middle of my card base. So I'm aiming for an even border on these 3 sides. Even border on these 3 sides. And then this goes smack dab in the middle. And there we go. I'm watching, but have you muted on phone? Oh, okay. Okay. Next, what I need is I have this die cut Daffodil Delight circle. It's from Stylish Shapes, and this is just going to go down regular. I'm still not using dimensionals because I'm going to be using dimensionals on my next layer. So here's my next layer, and we need Wishing and Memento. Oh, I shared my Memento tip. Has everybody heard my Memento tip? I shared it at whenever we were stamping at OnStage, and everybody that I sat with hadn't heard it before, and they loved it. So you fill up an uninked, it's the white, you end up getting the white craft pad, but it comes uninked, and then you fill it with Memento. You don't want to fill it too much. Here's Wishing. I love that font. You don't want to fill it too much. If you look at mine, you still can see that there's white underneath at the bottom half of the pad, if not more than the bottom half of the pad. If you overfill it, like Mario and I did before, the first time I filled it, it was fine. The second time I filled some, I did way too much, and I pulled Mario. All right. So Wishing, I'm going to do Wishing You All the Best. So this is Pool Party, so it goes with the gingham that we're using there. So Wishing You All the Best. Yes, everyone was loving it. I haven't checked if Memento is available again yet. I want these. Okay. I'm gonna use up my edges here. So I had I just can't even share all the things because it just will take too long, but I had a problem with the law when on my trip. Any updates for the Memento ink? I don't have any right now. Let me see if I'm open over here and can check. Otherwise, I'm gonna have somebody else check for me. Menu, inventory status. Let's look. Memento says March 31 now. So it keeps getting pushed back. So I had problems with TSA. I was trying to bring my water flavoring, but it was in a horribly packaged way, and I was not allowed to bring it, and almost late for my flight. Todd called me. Hi, Bev. Todd called me to wake me up for my flight because I wasn't there in time. So it was a problem. And then I am very much editing down my story because it was far more dramatic than necessary. But then, so here's my card so far. I forgot to show you that much. So Carrie's daughter met her in Raleigh and was going to go there she's not a demonstrator, but she was going to go there for a vacation. And she was renting a car and offered very kindly to pick me up from the airport too, not just Carrie. And we ended up getting stopped. We weren't even a mile away from the airport, and we got stopped because she made a goofy turn and cut somebody off and whatever, Newtown construction. It was just something. It was just a day. Okay, so I better look back at this too. I I'm using the bead trinkets. Oh, inventory status. And I'm going to look and see. Bead trinket says April 7. These are not orderable until... I originally wasn't going to use them. In fact, on the sample that I got, they're called party dots. These were used. They're from the Wildflower Birthday Suite, I think is what it's called. The one with I'll show you, this paper that has the gold on it. I've used it, I think, a couple times. Anyway, you could use these, but we ended up using the bead trinkets in club, so that's what I'm doing. So the easiest way is to use liquid glue. Mini glue dots are too big. You can pick up the bee with take your pick tool, and then I'm not doing what else somebody said. But you could take this out and use your pointed tip to get it off of your take your pick tool. Oops, I need adhesive. I'm trying to do too many things. Okay, so I want one here and one here. Okay. So we have our bee on here, and then if you use the tip of the pointy tip is not working well, to get it off of take your pick tool, then you don't get glue on your fingers. Because did I finish saying, because what I was trying to say is the mini glue dots are just too big for these bee trinkets. They're smaller than those. All right, put that away. Put that away. So here's my card with my cute little bees on it. Really simple too. And I love this vellum. This is why I got any of this, is because of this vellum. You know me and gingham. It's my love. Okay. Last project. I'm done with the glue, so I can put that away. Last project is mushrooms. Did you see my post that the mushrooms are staying? I love it. They're so amazing. Okay, so this time I'm using, I love that vellum too. Okay, so first of all, here's, oops, helps if you have it the right way. Here's terrific toadstools. I can't help but call them mushrooms. Is there even a difference between a toadstool and a mushroom, or are they the same? Is toadstool like sort of what people call it, if you're not using it for food, maybe? Or, I don't know. Anyway, I always call them mushrooms, but it's called terrific toadstools. And I'm not using the punch, but I am using, I've shown you these before, I am using the Textured Notes dies. I don't know if you can see all this. Can you see all I changed it. I'm so happy. I know, me too. I used my magnet because I knew I was going to be using these a lot, just like I do stylish shapes. So I put them on here instead of in the packaging. So I used this biggest one on this white. So it makes the image, or this edge, and it cuts it out. So you need a piece a little bit bigger. All right, so I don't want to do that yet. That is for later. I'm trying to remember my how this project goes. I haven't made it in over a week. Okay, so this is Boho Blue, and this ink pad is Night of Navy. And something must be on here. It's amazing how just a little hair can cause a problem. All right, let's try it again. That's better. Okay, so we're going to put a mushroom cap on here. mushroom cap on here. I covered one up. So here is the straight. So this is Night of Navy on Boho Blue. Boho Blue is going away. If you love this color, like I've been loving this color, you need to get it before it's gone. It is, I'm sure it's in while supplies last status would be my guess. Plus cardstock prices are going up. All right, this is Boho Blue, and I'm using this, I don't need this anymore. I'm using this big O stem. For some reason, I've been liking this more. Boho Blue. And I'm putting the stem right onto, I'll show you quick. See this triangle on the mushroom cap? This is the underside of it. So I'm making sure that I'm up on there so that it looks more natural. It's not just coming to the edge of it. It's going to the underneath of it. There we go. Okay. So here's our mushrooms. And I want to add more to that, but I'm going to wait till the end of my card so I'm not messing with it. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, first of all, this goes on the navy. Night of Navy, to be exact. Then we're going to set that. Is that this side? No, we're gonna stamp on here. Then we'll put it on there. Okay, so I need memento, and I need, where's my greeting? Oh, there it is. I need popping up to say hi. So when you do get your memento finally, and you put it in your craft pad, or firm foam pad is what we call it now, you need to remember not to press it. You definitely don't need to do it as hard as you did on the fabric pad. You just tap, 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 and look how much ink you get. Okay. Now I also need, I forgot I need this for, oh, did I lose him? Oh, there he is. Okay, there's a little bug in this set that we're using in Boho Blue also. All right, I have my stamping done there. Now I'm going to do some stamping on, I think I'm done with black, right here. So we're going to use Smoky Slate. This is Smoky Slate also. We're going to use Smoky Slate with, I love these little mushrooms too, not just the big ones. I'm going to go back and forth, making a little border over here. If I need more, I can go back. Had you not seen the memento tip yet, Nancy? Okay, so I have it on the left here. And now I'm going to use these little mushroom caps here in basic gray, which is the darker. There are 3 grays, but I don't use gray granite so much. It's got more brown in it or something. So I have to really be wanting it to look brownish or something to use it. So it's not my go-to. All right, so here's my little mushroom border on the side. I just love these little mushrooms. I don't know why. Okay, so done with basic gray, done with Smoky Slate. Now I think we have all of our stamping done. So we're gonna put our mushrooms at the top of here. All right, and then we're gonna put our bow on, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. So yes, the pad and ink are just waiting to be introduced to each other. Oh, gotcha. Right. I hear you. I had to take a minute too. Okay, so I want to be in camera, not upside down, because Jennifer asked me how to get my flat ribbon, and so I can't see your comments for a minute because I'm going to the other side of my camera so that I'm not in the way, so I can do it normal and you can see it as good as possible. So just a second. So I'm on the opposite side of my desk. Hopefully I'm gonna keep my stuff here so that I stay in camera. Okay, so I have my ribbon. This is the large check. It's black and vanilla. And so I have my ribbon. Now I always end up starting left over right. So when I do this left over right, I'm gonna check, am I in camera? I'm gonna check my comments here. Am I in camera, people? Everything stopped. I can't see comments. I'm gonna just have to do it, I guess. All right, left over right, and you want both ends pointing away from you. Somebody said yes. You want both ends pointing away from you. The top one is crossed under and through the hole, and then you pull tight. This one is still pointing away from you, okay? So I'm holding it as tightly as I can, and I'm going to bring them so they're both pointing away from me again. And now I'm going to cross right over left. They're still pointing away. I'm taking the top one, and I'm tucking it under and through this hole that was made when I crossed them. And just a sec, I'm doing it too slow so I can't get it right. Cross them, tuck it under and through, and then pull. And then when I get to a certain point, I just hold this one and pull this one. And it helps flatten it out, and I can sort of guide it. And there's my ribbon. Okay, I'm coming back around to finish it. Hopefully that helped you. Hi, Mario. Okay, so I have it done. So now I'm gonna just trim my ribbon up, trim this up, and I'm gonna slide this up a little bit so it's not covering up my words so much. Okay, now last two things that I wanna do. Thank you for telling me I was in camera, by the way. And you're welcome, Jennifer. Last two things are, oh no, I need to put this on my project before I don't know why I didn't use dimensionals on this, but I didn't. I need to put this down first. So it's going to go to the side over here. All right, so here's my project so far. Okay, last two things that I want to do are I have to find my ink pad. There's too many sitting here. Memento. There it is. Okay, so I went back and forth in doing this. I want the spots on my mushroom to be nice and vivid. So I first did it with white craft pad and a blender pen. Then I kept, you know how the white craft, that was very cute. I love the color shades. Thanks so much. I did not. I did not say that I brought. Is she watching too? Amber is Carrie's daughter. Well, I told her that I also got stopped, and I can tattle on my daughter anyway. So, so you know how the white craft ink, it soaks in. It's not like a white gel pen. It doesn't stay vivid and on top. It soaks in. So I kept adding more color. And the first time that I made it, I added so much color that it wouldn't ever dry. Like 2 days later, I still was getting it sticky. So, but then I tried using a white, I tried using a white watercolor pencil, and it just wasn't vivid enough. So we need a happy medium. So first of all, I added more ink to the lid of my white craft pad, and I'm picking up with my blender pen, and I'm just going to color in the dots of my mushroom. So if you hang around with me at all, you know that I like, well, I buy these, they're called hydrates. They're from a company called Trim Healthy Mama. So they are they're sugar-free, but it's not like saccharin or anything like that. It's either erythritol or stevia or a combination or that sort of thing. And I just like my water flavored. I drink more water when it's flavored, and I can buy the powder in a 16 ounce bag. And they used to have singles. So if I was traveling or going out for dinner or something like that, I had a little single serving that I could put in my cup or my water bottle or whatever. Well, they have not had the singles in my flavor in, I would say, probably close to a year. And I had the amazing idea to buy these little baggies for my flavoring powder. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. And they look like drug baggies. And I made up a whole canister, like a Parmesan cheese canister of little drug baggies, and got stopped at TSA after having gotten there late, mind you. I already told you Todd had to wake me up. I was going to be there by 7:30 or 7:20 or 7:30, and he woke me up because I stayed up too late. He woke me up with a phone call at 7:30. So I'm late, stopped at TSA with my little drug baggies, and they're like, "What is this?" I mean, literally, it's like this big, filled with red powder. And I said, "Oh, it's water flavoring. It's cherry berry flavor. They don't have the individual things anymore." And the lady's like, "Well, why didn't you just bring your big bag?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going somewhere. I thought it was going to be humid." And I brought it somewhere humid before, and it gets all cakey. And so I'm like, I'm just going to make my little packets. They're already ready. I don't have to bring a measuring thing. I'm just doing that. So they're like, "Okay, well, we're going to have to test all these." And I don't know if you've ever been through, I'm going to do one last thing and then I'll pop you up. I don't know if you've ever been through, but I've had it before where once you go through the x-ray scanner thing or whatever, they might use a wipe. It looks like a wet nap sort of thing. And then they're testing for drugs. They check your hands and make sure there's nothing on there. Well, they had to do that to all my little baggies. So I have a couple people standing around my bag. And the alarm goes off. It sets it sets off the alarm. So then eventually they had to get a supervisor. 4 people are around my bag. And then they had to pat me down and check every single thing in my bag. And here's my card. I'm going to pop it up. There were like 25 in there. I was planning like 5 for the day, 5 for each day. So I had to check every single bag. Well, then one of the bags made the alarm go off. I mean, literally, it's stevia and beet color for not flavoring, for color. It made it made the alarm go off. So then they had to get a supervisor at some point. They made the decision. They talked about what it was, what I was saying, what it was. And then they gave me the option. They said, do you have a checked bag? And I said, yes. And I said, well, you have the option of either bringing this back to, I know it does make the white mushrooms pop. No, they didn't make me trash them. Yeah, don't fly with me. I know. They said either you can take this back to the ticket counter and have them put it in your bag, or we have to literally test every single bag. Oh, I thought there was something I did. Literally test, like open it and test every single baggie. I'm like, no, we can't do that. So I went back to the ticket counter, and the person at the desk, the ticket counter person said, we have, I keep getting a text. So sorry, I made it dark, I think. The bags are gone. They're already on the plane. So I'm like, okay, this is like, I wanted my stuff. I didn't want to pitch it. It was like $20 worth of flavoring. And so I texted Todd, I'm like, can you come and get this? And so, long story short, he comes and gets it. Later, when he's telling the story to, and I almost missed my plane. I would have left before I missed the plane, but like he was taking longer. He ended up at TSA, even though I was standing out at a door, outside, and somehow he missed me. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I was about to leave and would have just had to pitch it. But, so I went back. I'm like 10 minutes before they're supposed to be done loading or whatever. And, so I'm rushing back there. I go up to the gate. Nobody's there except for the ticket agent or the gate agents or whatever. And, I say my name and trying to find my boarding pass or get into my boarding pass. They're like, fine, we got you. Just go on. And they're like, next time answer your phone when we call you. So Todd was completely fine for me. But later when he was telling my brother and sister-in-law, they invited him for dinner one of the nights. They asked him, or he was telling them the whole story, and he's like, I want to know, like, how much is this worth? Why isn't she just pitching this? Why am I? Oh, and then he spilled his hot chocolate in he was driving the Buick, because I went and I met at his work, picked him up. He took me to the airport, and then my car was going to stay there. He spilled his hot chocolate because cup didn't fit in the thing. So in the Buick, there's 2 cups and then there's a path between the 2. So hot chocolate and marshmallows were swishing back and forth in the thing. So he lost some of his hot chocolate. He's like, so how much is this worth? Why did we keep this thing? And I said, well, like $20. And I didn't want to lose it. And he said, I didn't say that to her in the moment, but that's what I was thinking. And my brother goes, smart man. So, yeah, so that's how that went. So, what else? There was something else. Oh, shockingly, you'll all be shocked. I mean, you guys are my witnesses. This never even occurred to me, but when Todd was telling them the story, he's like, she was fine in the moment, but I'm pretty sure at some point she would have broken down crying, and the guy or whoever is sitting next to her on the plane's probably like, what is with this woman crying? But I never cried. But it was just a day. It was just quite a day. But I got ready really fast. I was very thankful. I had done some of my packing the night before, went to bed way too late, but I had my list and I'd already sort of thought through my list to figure out what I wanted to do. And so when he called at 7:30 or 7:45 or 7:25, I don't know, but I was in the car on the way at 10 to 8, all packed, and I was on my way. My flight left at either 9:20 or 9:30. It was silliness. Okay, so there's my story. That's my whole story. So I told on myself. Okay, so here is I'm really sorry it's light. I don't know where the lightning thing is anymore. It sort of went away. So here is my card. You're proud of me that I didn't cry for once? Oh my goodness, so ridiculous. So there's this one. Thanks for being proud of me. Oh man, it was ridiculous. It was just a thing. And then didn't I have something else happen to me OnStage? I don't remember. But so how did Amber know that I told on her? Are you just texting her, or is she watching? Amber is Carrie's daughter, which I was very thankful. She was a wonderful ride and a nice addition to our crew. Thanks for cute cards. And then here's my treat container. Thanks. Thank you. I'm glad that you like them. So it was something. I don't know how I'm so drama. I don't know. Something. Oh, I know. There was another one. Okay, so this wasn't my fault though. This was, yeah, I like the color combos too. Thanks. So another thing was we went out for lunch. So it was Thursday. We went out for lunch, and Bev and I ordered a pizza. Actually, Carrie ordered a pizza too, and she brought some back to her daughter. And it was very different. Yeah, great memories. Okay, gotcha. It just looked really good. It was a wood-fired pizza, and it had butternut squash and kale and mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, so I told him to put on just half of it. Ricotta cheese of some kind, like lemon ricotta or something like that. And olive oil, maybe garlic or Parmesan or something. To be honest, the butternut squash is what totally made me interested in it. But it was just a different kind of combination, and I wanted to try it, and it sounded good to Bev, so we were going to split it. So there seemed to be a communication barrier, language barrier of some kind, because he was hesitating while we were asking. But then he came out with a pizza. And as soon as he got to us, he's like, is this right? I don't know how he said it. Is this right? There's mushrooms. Like, and I looked at it quickly, like, yeah, it's fine. There's mushrooms just on one side. That's fine. That's good. He's like, it's good. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, I know. It probably would have been a really good pizza. But he put it down, and literally, no exaggeration, there were 2 little plops of ricotta cheese this big, like dime size. That big. That's all the cheese. Pretty much kale everywhere. Maybe it was probably a 12 to 14 inch pizza. It wasn't a tiny little thing. There were probably 3 chunks of butternut squash on each piece. Mushrooms on one side somewhere. And absolutely no oil, sauce, anything on it. Nothing. It was so dry. I don't like a dry sandwich. I don't like a dry pizza. I don't like it dry. Todd quotes me / teases me and says, Stephanie, no one likes a dry sandwich. It was ridiculous. I had 3 halves of pizza, because besides that, there was like this much of the edge that had just nothing on it, because that's how they do the pizza, I guess. So I had like half of the pizza, of 3 pieces of pizza, and it was not a pizza. You're right. It wasn't a pizza. I got done eating, and I'm like, I need more food. And so I reached in my bag, and I pulled out, not my water packets, by the way. We took it. Because he set it down and walked away, and then I'm looking at it, and it's setting in, and I just kind of didn't. We just dealt with it. I reached in my bag and got, no, I didn't send it back. Reached in my bag and got walnuts and snacked on walnuts. And then we had dessert. Oh my goodness. It was busy by the time we got our food, because when you have 2,200 people coming all in the same area, I don't know why. They work right by a convention center, but they're never prepared for us women when we come. I don't know what the deal is. Just always slammed, and I don't know. Anyway, but we had fun and we laughed, and dealt with it. So definitely in my experience. Oh, by the way, what was that a menu item? He shouldn't have been so surprised. If so, that was a red flag. Well, yeah, the whole pizza was a menu item. He was thrown by me saying only mushrooms on one side, not the whole thing. Like I said, language barrier. Carrie's pizza looked amazing. I should have gotten her pizza. She got barbecue chicken bacon pizza. That looked amazing. And she and Amber both enjoyed it. Just silliness. But I definitely feel like the food in Houston was way better than in Raleigh. And I don't know if it's just the places we went or how the busyness. I don't know. I couldn't believe the amazing food when we went to Houston last year. And this year it was just like, that's all right. We had a great burger at my hotel. That was Carrie's hotel restaurant. We had a great burger at my hotel. That was probably my best meal, was that burger. Anyway, we had fun. It was great. We learned stuff. We got to see new stuff, and we got to hang out. So that was amazing. I think that's all I have for you. I don't know if there's anything I need to tell you about. Oh, I have a couple classes that you need to sign up for. One of them is using these dies, the textured notes dies. It's with the Thankful Garden bundle and designer paper and that sort of thing. On the cry note, both of us were crying 4 minutes into opening on Saturday. Oh, we were. Oh, we were. It was hilarious. Was it Sarah's question or was there something else? The only thing, I mean, Sarah always makes me cry because she has a heart like her mom, and she starts getting bawly, and that's instant. I'm bawliness into that. The only one that I remember specifically though was Sarah asked like who here. It started with who here has friendships or relationships because of Stampin' Up. Who here has friends because of Stampin' Up? And so like 90% of the people stand up, or because that you've met because of it, or I don't know, whatever. And there were more questions. And then she ended up saying, okay, turn to the person next to you and tell them, darn it, Carrie. Tell them how they've affected your life. And Carrie and I turned at each other, and we're both like, blah, and hugged and cried, and that's all we said. But that's the way with so many people, like, not just demonstrators, customers, team members, you know, all that. So yeah, she literally looked at her phone or whatever, her watch. I don't know what she had. It was 9:04. Literally 4 minutes in and we were crying already. Yeah, thanks, Carrie. So don't tell me you're not crying right now either. Good times. Classes, what? Oh, so for demonstrators, yes, good tears. For demonstrators, I think you guys have a pre-order that starts, or we have a pre-order that starts the 25th, which is a week from today. Excuse me, a week from yesterday. We already got to order all that stuff. I think that might also be when we get the last chance list for all this stuff. So keep in mind, as soon as that list comes out, things are going to start going non-orderable. So if there are any color things that you want, you need to do it sooner than later, because that'll be like the first type of thing that goes. And new catalogs, I'll be able to order new catalogs next week. And the actual new catalog will go live May 6th. So those are the things I know to share. Okay, thank you for joining me today. Thanks for listening to all my gabbing. And so my randomizer, so I'll have 3 things to give away next week. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.